morning, everyone. A little cloudy out there, a little damp, but all in all, we're going to begin today with the 24 with a few warm-ups, starting off with the feet shoulder width, hands up like this, turning 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and stop. To the side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and stop. Okay? Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands up again. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. 2, 3. To your left. 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands on your waist. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Cross. Knees. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this gets the knees and the ankles working. Okay, hands on your waist, neck, turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Okay, back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Rotating down. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. center, hands up. Pull in, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, let's loosen up the shoulders a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and stop. Okay, spread the feet, turn the shoulders, turn the waist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, turn, stretch it out. Switch the other side. Switch, stretch out, open up, stretch out in here. And stretch. Okay, let's turn, straighten the front knee. Switch. Center. Downward posture. Switch. So what you're doing is stretching out here and actually opening up the hip a little bit. And I mentioned before, you have to actually release the tension in the knee so that it folds. Otherwise, you'll put stress on the knee. So without releasing that tension, you're going to have stress in the knee, and that could actually not only be painful, but you might actually hurt yourself. So take it slowly, use some support. So this is just kind of preparing you for the downward posture, which is pretty extreme, for some people that actually not used to going down this low. Okay, shake it out. Okay, deep breathing, hands up, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, stretch the wrist a little. Other direction. So this will help stretch out your wrist for the hooked hand, the hooked hand in the downward posture or single whip. So just stretch it out. So you just working that joint. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so we'll go through some of the positions and postures. In fact, we can start off like this. Preparation. Then open the form. So there's your first movement. Hold the ball. Step out. Okay. Part the horse's mane. Toe out. Step up. Step out. Part the horse's mane. Okay. Stork flaps wings. Brush knee. Okay. One more. Brush knee. Okay. I'll step back a bit. Step up. Strum the lute. Repulse the monkey. Hold the ball. Grasp the sparrow's tail. So that's your left side, because the left foot is forward. Right side. Hook your wrists. Single whip. cloud hands. So those are the movements just before you move on to, say, the kicks. But you can see that, I hold the positions just to identify those positions, so you can define pot the horse's mane, brush knee, and push, repulse the monkey, strum the lute, stalk, flaps, wings. They're all postures, and every posture is a unit, and then you try to link these together to create this one continuous set of movements, typically called the routine. So the routine is the mapping of the form, and it really, so forth, takes you to a series of movements, and you link it together, creating what we call the 24 movement simplified Tai Chi form. So after the cloud hands, we're in the single whip position. So we just finished the cloud hands, okay, and then we have this position, the palm strikes face, and then we arc around like this, and then we do a heel kick. And then we go to the front see the mirror. There's 2 punches to the ear. Okay. So it's really hitting the temple. It's 2 punches coming up like this. So you see the width of your forehead. And then you would come down and make a turn. Then you would go to the opposite corner. And then you would hold this position like this as you squat down and go down the leg to the next position, which is the golden cockerel. And then you would turn like this and then scoot down, which would be stepping out like this, and you go up, and then you end up really coming to this side. Okay, then we go like this, hold the ball. We step out to the corner. Jade Lady work shuttle. I hold the ball here because I step up. Now I'm going to this corner over here. And I go up and turn to Jade Lady work shuttle. When I shift my weight and I bring this foot to here, I turn. And I turn and I insert the needle. Or you can drop into the stance, then step up to fan through the back. So fan through the back looks like this. Okay? And then when we turn, we end up like this. Then I turn out, step up, and I punch. I cross the arms, and I double push, leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Okay, so then after you do that, you end up closing. Okay, so that's a transition. You go from here, you come back through center, you flip the hands over, and you close. Then you bring this foot in, and it's complete. Okay, deep breathing. So the important thing is that you capture the look of the movement, and also try to identify the name of the different postures. So that's true of anything that I teach, whether it's Tai Chi paradigm or the long form. We use kind of those names as references. In Kung Fu, it's a little bit harder to use all those different names, even though they do have names. It's just so many of them, you would get just lost in the shuffle. But in Tai Chi, essentially there's 37 different postures in a 24 movement. There's less of them. You know, you have a series of them. In fact, they're the most common movements that are in the other Tai Chi forms. Part the horse's mane, strum the lute, palm strikes face, repulse the monkey, brush knee. Those are all pretty common motions. Downward posture, that's the scooping down. The golden cockroach standing on one leg, you know, those are them. The two heel kicks, a lot of the long forms have more than two of them, two kicks. It doesn't have, say, the lotus kicks, but it does have those two heel kicks, two punches to the ear, that's a common one. Insert needle and fan through the back is common in all the forms, and closing movements, opening movements, those are common. And what you have also is the parry and punch. So that's essentially what makes up the form. So then running through it, you try to link it together. Okay, so we'll go through the whole sequence. Oops. Okay, so it's kind of a breakdown of the movements. So you see each movement has a starting point and an ending point, and then everything that happens in between is transitional. So when you set up, it's important to set up each of your movements. That's as broken down as I could get it, so that you can kind of see sort of the interim positions, because you move through all of these positions, and it's a lot easier to just kind of just run through the motions. But when you define it like that, it really takes a bit of understanding that the movements are actually units. And as you build those units, it just becomes much more part of your understanding. So, standing on this position or your positions, these are all part of muscle memory and spatial awareness. You're referring and referencing your body. You're defining the direction of the movements. So the consciousness of your movement, so you have to think through it when you're first learning it. You have to capture the imagery, and you also have to, sort of build the understanding. It does take time. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a long process to get your body to function or develop that coordination that's required to get your movement to work together. And it's something that a lot of people, when they first pick up something like this, don't understand that there is a process. Things don't happen simply as direct as when you're just using the mental thought of ideas, because you have to transfer these ideas into the body, which actually is rewiring a network of information that's not really present at this point because of the lack of understanding. So as you fill your that void of misunderstanding or understanding, and then capture the imagery that's taken as the mental imagery, then what ends up happening is that it's calculated up in here, it's figured out in there, and then it's translated as it sort of works through your neurological side of the motor skills, the neurons, all the stuff that's involved with creating movement, because we are dealing with a motor skill. Ultimately, that's what we learn. The benefit from doing that is the complexity of motion, and the importance of the complexity of motion is that you move your body completely from the bottom of your foot to the top of your head actually is engaged. So at the same time you're working through this, you're creating circulation, you're bringing in nutrients to the different cells in your body, you're bringing oxygen that's complete, and that's the whole goal. So why Tai Chi is sometimes classified, or it is classified as Qigong, is because Qigong is breath and movement. Breath and movement is essential to life, just like movement is essential to life. So I say movement is essential to life mainly because without movement, you're not going to have good circulation and total circulation. So that circulation not only supports you on the cellular level, but also supports your immune system, supports everything that's involved with staying alive. So that's it in a nutshell. And you would say, well, why doesn't everybody do this? Well, most people don't understand that that's how you function, and your system actually is supported by that. So when I speak of, the generalities of what it does, it actually is systemic. It covers everything internally and externally in your body, and it goes from your organs on down. So I mentioned yesterday, what is healthy? What is really being healthy? Is it just because you exercise, because you eat well? What is it that makes you healthy? What makes you healthy is that your organs and your body are functioning properly. If your organs don't function properly because something's not working efficiently or the way it should be, then that could be something that has to be fixed. And usually it's fixed through medication or some form of that type of thing. If it's really bad, you can replace those parts. But for the average person that wants some type of exercise that they could do at a later age, then Tai Chi is one of those things. This form is an abbreviated form. It's a short from the Yang style. I teach the Tai Chi paradigm as the exercise for prevention of age-related degeneration, which involves a lot more exercises, a lot more functionality as far as intricacy of movement because of the refinement skills later on as you practice. So it's something that you can do forever, and you'll discover and progress forever, depending on how much you practice and so forth. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's about time. Stay tuned. Subscribe. If you're not doing the Tai Chi Paradigm, check that out and check out our channel. If you have friends that are interested, share it with them, because at this point we need more subscribers and more people watching the content in order for us to be able to sustain this. The school opening hasn't been a tremendous benefit at this point. In fact, only 80% of the students, only 20% of the students have returned. 80% has not returned. So to sustain ourselves, it's going to be a little bit difficult going forward. So we need some help.